Hello again, teachers. John over in Educational Technology, and today's tip, we're going to talk about notifications. So if you've noticed, you may have by default gotten a whole lot of emails from Google Classroom. In other words, every time you post an announcement, every time you post a question, every time you post an assignment, every time you make a change, every time kids make a comment in one of your documents, it can be very overwhelming. Now, nothing against those of you out there who love those notifications and you want to know every single time a student has added a comment. Totally get it. That's totally fine. But you might want to balance out what notifications you get. So this is how that works. First of all, know that your notifications are an overall setting in Google Classroom, not a per class setting. So a lot of times we talk about this little gear at the top inside your Google Classroom. In this case, this is going to be over here on these three lines top left, commonly called the hamburger. Click on the hamburger, and you guys are going to go down to the bottom and go to settings. So again, this is your overall Google Classroom settings as opposed to your specific class Google Classroom settings. So overall, I'm going to go to these settings. And in here, the biggest thing you see is notifications. So look at all those different options you can check. So sometimes if all of these are checked, this is where you start getting bombarded by emails, especially if you are a co-teacher in anybody else's classroom. So I know some of you teach one specific grade level. There's 5 teachers in that grade level, and you're all teachers in each other's classroom. And I think in terms of collaboration, that is absolutely awesome. But that means you're going to get dozens and dozens and dozens of emails every time somebody posts something and anything else that's going on. So you will want to go through these one by one and set it up specifically for you. In other words, class notifications, if you are a teacher in other classes and you don't need to know every time something happens in those classes, I would recommend you turn these off. You don't necessarily need to know that. In your classes, though, this is where you're going to want to go through and just pick out what's best for you. So email is basically how you get notifications. Comments, this is probably a good one to keep on to make sure that what's being posted is focused on the content and hopefully appropriate. So probably want to keep these on for student notifications when they're leaving you notes, for example. But again, just go through the list. I don't want to waste your time by going through every single one, but go through these. It will hopefully save you a lot of headaches and a lot of emails. So that's it for today. Talk to you guys next time. Remember, you can't be an analog teacher in a digital world.